My name is Robin, and welcome to English Grammar Now. Today, we're going to be focusing on two words, do and make. We use do, first of all, for many kinds of general activities. Now, we have some categories. We often use do when we're talking about cleaning tasks. For example, we would say, I'll do the laundry. You can do the dishes. Kim can do the ironing. We do the housework. So for these special activities like laundry, dishes, ironing, and housework, we use the verb do. For other sorts of specific tasks, we might also use do. For example, I did an exam. He did the paperwork. She did her hair. Did you do your homework? For these specific ones, we also use do. Here's some other special phrases where we use do. The first one is quite interesting. We can do business together. When we talk about business, we often use the verb to do in front of it. Do business. In number 2 and number 3, we can add an adverb to describe someone's performance. You did well, they did badly. In number 4, you could tell someone, please do your best. You're asking them to try hard and hopefully do well. In number 5 and 6, we can add the words anything, nothing, something, and everything after the verb to do. Like in these sentences, I didn't do anything, or just do something. We also ask this question, what do you do? And this means, what is your job? So we can see how this is a little different than asking the question, what are you doing? So here's what it might look like to ask these questions. If you ask, what does he do? The answer might be, he's a doctor. So the question, what do you do, is just like asking, what is his job? But the other question, what are you doing, might be answered like this. I'm putting my shoes on. That's just asking about your actions right now. Here's something for you to try out. Using do in its different forms, which are do in the present, did in the past, and done is the past participle, you can fill in the blanks in these 5 sentences. Go ahead, give it a try. Here's how we could fill in the blanks of these sentences. For number 1, have you done your homework yet? You can see that this is present perfect, have done. So we need the participle form of do. Number 2, how are you going to do your hair? Number 3, Thomas did the gardening last year. Because this is past, we need to use the past form of to do. Number 4, could you do me a favor? And number 5, I did the housework this morning. When we use do with different activities, some of them we just need to remember. There isn't always a rule or a category, but the verb to do is a very common one, so it's good for us to practice. Now let's take a look at a different verb, the verb to make. The most common way that we use this verb is to talk about things we are creating or starting for the first time. Here's some examples. Let me make some coffee. I made a cake. It was made in Taiwan. We made a list. Can you make an appointment? All of these things are things that were created. something that you wrote down, something that you made with your hands. There are a few special phrases with make as well. Here's some examples. He's hoping to make a change. We need to make a decision. I've made a discovery. For these first three, maybe you'll notice that we could take out make and the following verb and replace it with a verb that we already see in the sentence. For example, we could say, he's hoping to change, instead of saying, make a change. For the second one, we could also say, we need to decide, instead of make a decision. However, both of these have the same meaning. These words, a change, a decision, and a discovery, often come with the verb make. Number 4, please make an effort. Number 5, you'll make friends easily. And number 6, don't make a sound. Sometimes we put make together with different prepositions. Here's just a couple of examples. In some phrases, we put make, then a noun, then into, and then another noun. It means you're changing something from one thing to another thing. Here's an example. They made his bedroom into a library. So at first, it was his bedroom, but it was changed into a library. We also use make together with of or from. In these cases, we're talking about what something contains in it or what material it is. Some examples of this are, it's mostly made of sugar and milk. In this case, we're talking about something where inside is mainly sugar and milk. That's what it contains. Another example, they make wallets from old tires. We're talking about the material that something is made from. So this is how make goes together with a couple of different prepositions. When we add an object after make, we are describing the effect that something has. It's changing something about the object. Here's some examples. The film makes me sad. That means when I watch the film, I become more sad. We use makes me sad to describe the effect that the film is having. Number 2, all this sunshine makes me tired. The effect of the sunshine is that I'm feeling more tired. Number 3, adding salt makes the soup more delicious. In this case, the effect is that the soup becomes more delicious. Here's some practice activities for you. In each of these blanks, you can use make or do. Remember that you might have to change the form of the verb to have it fit into the blanks. Go ahead, give it a try. Here's how we could fill in those blanks with make or do. For number 1, I need to go to the doctor, but I haven't made an appointment. Number 2, my kettle is making a strange noise. Here we've used the present continuous because it's happening for a long time. Number 3, what do we have to do today? Number 4, have you done the dishes lately? Number 5, I hope I didn't make any mistakes when I did the exam. Here's a conversation to show how we might use make or do in everyday speech. What's going on today? Lots of housework. Let's make a quick list. We need to do the laundry. There's a big pile. I can do something with the empty boxes in the living room. Maybe we can let the kids make something with them. Good idea. Can we make a decision about the paint color? I agree with you about the green. Let's do it. I'll make the order today then. Here's where we've used make and do in this conversation. As we've already said, sometimes there isn't a rule for when you use make and when you use do. Some things we just have to learn by practicing and memorizing. Thank you for studying make and do with me. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye!